We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and madness thrives on the suffering of the dead. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of harvest from an innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed, for in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy
Let me
Friday
tell you what
to
Like a
you.
Virgin's
We
about.
made it through the week.
It's all about a girl
Glory,
who thinks a guy
hallelujah.
with a big dick.
I
Entire
gotta tell
song.
you,
It's a
been a
metaphor for
rough
big
one,
dicks.
And
No, it ain't. It's about a
yeah,
girl who's very vulnerable. She's been
man,
fucked
it
over a
seems
few
like every
times,
day
and
seems like I'm back
then she
to
meets a
normal.
guy who's
Whoa,
very
whoa, whoa, whoa,
sensitive.
whoa, whoa. Time out,
So
Green
much
Bay. Tell that
has
fucking bullshit to the
changed
tourists.
throughout
Toby? Who the fuck is Toby?
Like a Virgin's not about some sensitive girl who meets a
the
nice
Not only
fella.
why with this.
That's what True Blue's about. No, granted, no argument about that.
Which one's True Blue? Oh, you ain't heard True Blue. It was a big ass infidel. I don't even follow that top to the pop shit. Even I've heard of True Blue.
Yeah, so I was saying heard of it. You know, what I asked is how's it go?
You're right.
About being the world's biggest Madonna.
Personally, I can do without her.
Yeah, we,
I used to like her early stuff. Borderline. When she got off into that Papa Don't Preach phase, I tuned out.
But you guys are like making me lose my train of thought here. I was saying something. What was it?
Oh, Toby's that little Chinese girl.
night.
What was her last name?
What's that?
It's an old address book I found on a coat I haven't worn in a cruise age. What's that name?
Face up here for you guys to see. If you guys don't recognize it, what we're gonna do is, hold on, that's the wrong one. Is this one. Let's get it up here. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Mr. Neil Pitney. You've heard me talk about this gentleman. This isn't one I'm anticipating. The Deads and I left a happy birthday mom card in his cell. Special thank you out to Susan, Nevada State Prison Paranormal. Love Susan to death. Love Chris and Chris to death. Two more amazing individuals. Let's not forget to throw Joe in there. So 4 people there in Nevada State Prison. They are second to none. I have done everything I can, and we're still continuing to grow. So it'll be night 3 before we start trying to contact this gentleman. I put him up there just to add a little bit more creep factor to the stream. As you see, I redid all the pictures, literally all the way around. So yeah, we're doing good, guys. And I'm continuing to modify the stream just more and more, because the more I don't want to say eerie, but the more personable I can make it, especially investigating the prison, the better off we're going to be. Investigating a lot of these buildings, we don't know the faces. Neil Pitney's the only one. Once we get into execution area, all but Neil Pitney up here were people executed in Nevada State Prison throughout the years. So it adds a lot of creepiness. It really does. And it just, like, if we get the EVPs from their voices, we can actually put a voice to the face. If it's during the right EVP sessions, we'll know who we're talking to. We already got David Blackwell. We confirmed that. When I said, how do you feel about Susan and everybody keeping the prison up so we can continue to come in and communicate with you? And the response was, hold on to them. And at that time, we had David Blackwell's picture next to the eddy meter, leaning against the execution chamber, asking questions. So a very strong possibility that was him speaking to us. If we can continue to do this for all these faces, we'll be doing really good. Good evening, Sarah. How you doing tonight? Thank you for being here nice and early. We're going to get into the EVPs here in just a second. I'm going to enjoy my my drink from In-N-Out. Nothing better than In-N-Out. Let's get to some audio. And like I said, a lot of these recorders, I literally was just on the verge of saying, a lot of these recorders are going to be hit and miss with the, basically just put them in random locations, let them hit record, let them go. I literally was stopped by what sounds like an EVP. Literally 20 seconds in a hit and play. That's definitely a voice. That is definitely a voice. Now the question is, can we clean it up enough? So I'm going to amplify this up quite a bit. We're going to go through. We're going to capture noise point. On left, apply it. And this is where I've been screwing up lately, and I realize this. We gotta switch the channels each time so we can make sure and clean up both channels right and left. And this is where I've kind of dropped the ball. Okay. We can do better than this. We can definitely do better than this. So I'm kind of glad tonight I'm in the mood for a long show. we're going to aim for 2 hours. If we start doing good, we're going to go over that. We're definitely going to try to go over 2 hours tonight. So we'll see. We'll see, guys. Denoise. Okay, stop. Let's close that. That's not going to work. Let's go into reverb. Okay, unfortunately, we're not going to get that cleaned up. Either it's too distant or it's just too garbled. Unless, wait, hold up. Let me see if I can take that back. Let me see if I can retract my statement and try one more, because I don't want to miss EVPs. I just don't. Okay, capture noise point. Okay, go back in. Back into right. Oh, I can. No. I don't want to. I don't want to do the entire file. I thought it would only do the selected highlighted file. So that's my screw up. Capture noise point. Right. Apply. Let's highlight this and see what we get. Okay, we made the right call. We definitely made the right call. The other possibility, it is radio transmission between walkie-talkies from the prison next door. Remember from the last 2 investigations, we had big problems with that. We one night we spent I think it was about 45 minutes analyzing something. Wait a minute, that's radio chatter. Oops. Definitely not something we can prevent. But we can try. It's going to be an interesting night analyzing, I can already tell. Once we start getting to the investigative part, because there's 2 sections. Like I said, one starts up at 150, and the next starts at 2:30. But we do have that big gap in between. So we're going to try to get through as much of this as we can tonight. I think we're going to be good. Definitely need to get some new evidence so I can post to TikTok. Because I don't want to go more than a couple of days or more than 2 or 3 days without analyzing something. What I might do is, I don't want to do that. Pull some of the GoPro videos. Maybe we'll do one of the cemetery if I do a show tomorrow. We'll do the cemetery, which we're only up there about 20 minutes, so I think that'd be okay. I also really want to try this to see if any of these guys behind me on the wall are actually here and followed me home. Be really, really weird to see if I brought anything home from the prison. We might do, and I always say, guys, don't do this. Don't investigate your own home. Alright guys, we're going to try something here. I'm going to put this on pause. We're going to do a quick spirit box session. We're going to run through some names. We're just going to do 5 and see if we get anything. Mr. Mirkovich, did you follow me home from Nevada State Prison? Mr. Bishop, are you here? Mr. D. John. Mr. Cole. Mr. John Hancock, are you here? Is there anybody here that'd like to make contact? I think that was just a radio station. If that was, could you repeat it, please? All right, so good news is, hopefully nothing did follow me home. Nothing came through the spirit box, but you've heard me say I don't like using spirit boxes because you pick up radio stations. The good thing with the SB11 is you can turn off the antenna so you will not get radio reception unless you're sitting right near a radio station. So like I said, good news, nothing followed me home that I'm aware of. Let's get back to some audio. What I should do is get a table high enough behind me and put the eddy meter up and see if we can get the eddy to go off during the stream. Things are in the works, guys. I'm gonna make this stream pretty creepy. I want to see what we can pull out. Ooh, here we go. That definitely might be something. Yeah, I think that's an EVP. I think it's 2 words, but I think that's an EVP. In here, in there, maybe. It does sound like in here. In here. So that is, it's going to be our first EVP for the night. Nothing highly impressive, but it is evidence. So we do have, let's get that saved. All right, there's one for the meter. That's $22.79 overall and EVP 33 for the prison. Not entirely clear, but it's Class B EVP. And just so you guys are aware, I am no longer a member of the Warren Legacy Foundation for Paranormal Research. I actually left today. I won't get into it. I won't discuss why. It was just better for me. So, here's to that. thing I forgot to do. Bear with me a second, guys. Forgot to tell everybody I was going live. Oops. My bad. The hell? That's a lot of weird noises. It's one thing I will give for Building 9. Or Cell Block 9, whatever you want to call it. Up on the hill. It is one of the creepier... They're all the same. But it's one of the creepier of the buildings. That might be the brick dragging. I don't know. When do we come in? No, still got some time. We are hour 40 minutes in. I don't even think it's 6 o'clock. It should be around 6 o'clock in the evening. See, I wonder if... The hell? The hell was that? That's the weirdest bunch of noises I've ever heard. I don't think we can count that as paranormal. That's just odd. But we kind of make our make our lives on odd in this show, don't we, guys? It's just new sounds every show. And as we start gearing up with better gear, and once again, I'm gonna give the shout out to MDS. I hope he stops in tonight so I could show him. I got the new recorder thanks to him. Zoom H3 VR. This is going to be my go-to. I'm going to be mounting this to my GoPro. So it will be used on every single investigation from here on out. We will be recording GoPro in binaural sound. We're going to have fun. So once again, MDS, I do thank you. Your generosity is amazing. It's second to none. It's turning out to be like night one with all the weird sounds from Execution Viewing Room. So this is not explainable. Do I call it paranormal? Maybe. Now, if Chris would stop in again, he could hear it for himself. And Susan posted a picture last night from the prison when they left around midnight. It was 19 degrees in Carson City. You can have 19 degrees. Maybe I ought to just start talking like I'm in the prison. My voice echoes down the hallway, and yeah, it might make it just a little bit creepier knowing that my voice echoes there too. They all float down here. Only kidding. I guess I remember a couple of these buildings, rotunda, the dome above the rotunda made a lot of noise. Why? I don't know. A lot of these settling noises sound like voices. A lot of these vibrations starting to sound like voices. I think I'm so hard up to find an EVP right now. I'm mistaking shit for EVPs and I need to calm down. Yeah, you can still tell it's daylight. You got birds flying over outside. Still kind of early in the evening. Early evening. Good news is we only got a couple more minutes until people start filtering in. But again, like night one, there was only 7 people that made the prison. Myself, Deads, one of the other streamers, and a deaf paranormal team. We never crossed paths all night. Second night, there was only 4 people on entire prison grounds. Third night, different story. I think we had like 15. So yeah, first couple nights, we didn't really bump into anybody. So it allowed for a clean investigation, which is what I was hoping for. Not like past couple years when you got people just going through flapping their freaking gums. And I've made it clear to Susan, we need to stop that. If you're there to investigate, you're there to investigate, not to socialize. Save the socializing for after the investigation. It's not that hard to stay quiet for 2 or 3 hours and just ask questions. But for some people, it is. Go figure. I just really want to get to night 3. Sorry guys, started sneezing. So I think we might have something here. Let's get into some noise reduction. Bear with me for a second, would you please, guys? I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Got into a little bit of a sneezing fit, and I had to step away from the computer for a second. Real good time for it to happen during a stream. But let's get back to analyzing this. Let's apply that. Let's get back to it, because you got to do each channel separate, which I think is complete horseshit. Alright, then let's get back. This might be a little bit echoey. We'll see. Alright. There is a voice there, but it's very low. I'm trying not to distort it or, alter it anyway by cleaning it up. I'm 99% sure I know what it says. Uh, no, that's not going to do it. I don't know, guys. This is one of those ones. Even if you're sure you know what it says, it's not clear enough for everybody to hear it. I don't want to lose this one. So what we might have to do, go back to the original. Let me get this turned down just in case. I'm afraid we might lose this one, guys. This is terrible. Okay, we got left and okay, that's a little bit better. This is as clear as we're getting it. Now, mind you, I think this is saying ain't no good. That's what I'm hearing. The problem is, as soon as I go to clean it up more, the voice drops. And I don't like that. That does nothing. Guys, this is as clean as we're getting it. Okay. EVP Ghost is right. EVP ain't no good. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I can't either. As like I said, we're debunking that. I just can't do it. I want to count it with every fiber of my being because I can hear, with the in-ears, I can hear what it's saying. But even with headphones on, I don't think we're going to be able to, most people would be able to hear it. This is a hard trained ear to pick up this one. It's a Class C EVP. It is a hard Class C. It's almost the point where it's D, where it's garbage. There's some essence of the EVP there, but it's just not enough to count. Let's move along.
Almost to the swing. The house is yours. Almost to the swing. I thought I saw something.
Hold on. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to tone that down just a little bit because they are loud.
I thought for sure there was something around on the stairs. Almost to the swing. The house is yours. Almost to the swing. I thought I saw something right here. I got the full adrenaline from my punch. Holy shit. My heart's really. That's right where I got grabbed right there. You heard that? Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like it's saying bullshit. Let's play up to here because I think two of them acknowledged it.
You heard that? Yeah.
Give us your name.
Okay, they heard it. Okay, you heard him acknowledge it. You heard one of them say, did you hear that?
You heard that? Yeah.
You heard that. Now the question is that saying bullshit? I don't know. Sounds like it. 6 of one, half dozen of another, maybe? Okay. The fact one of them heard it, the fact some of them heard something. Not saying they heard an EVP. Not saying they heard a voice. They heard something. But is this definitive enough to say it's an EVP? I don't know. Kind of curious to see what you guys think. Yes or no? I'm kind of on the fence about it. Is it a bullshit? Save that for later, because I'm kind of curious. It sounds like 2 syllables. There might be a third one in there I'm just not hearing. It sounds like it's saying, bullshit, bullshit. It sounds like a broken 2 syllables, but I could be wrong. The more I clean this up, I think it's ambient noise. I think we just got lucky that it sounds like an EVP. Because the more I clean it up, the more it sounds like an echo. Maybe if somebody dragging their foot across a concrete floor and dragging across their pants, and everybody knows that sound their pants makes when you rub your pant legs together. You get that sound, that shh. So this might be the drag of a foot and the shuffle of pant legs. So I think, in all fairness, I'm going to debunk this one.
You heard that? Yeah. Give us your name. Do you know this is Sergeant Hicks here?
It's a dog.
Okay.
You don't know what works.
There's a door open on this side.
When I got over here, I saw someone right there. I was going to my car was gone. It was just headed for the.
Yes. Great. You gotta be careful though. It could have been rigged.
Well, it was.
And lo and behold, Sims is here.
He's here.
How you doing tonight, Sims? Good to see you. How's your day going, Sims? Better than yesterday, I hope. Ready to lock everyone out? I'm sorry to hear that. That does sound like Susan, Chris, and Chris. So I think they actually went out and did some investigating of their own. Which, if they did, yes, good for them. That things will get harder before they get better. They usually do. And hopefully everybody stays sane. It ain't worth it to spend the holiday season in jail. Okay, those last peaks might be the cinder block they pull in front of the door. I doubt it because they know everybody's going to be in and out, but it's possible. Trying to remember all the sounds from the prison, it's almost impossible to remember. Him slamming the door, making sure it shuts. And we're at 155, and we got to get up to 231. So we got about 35 minutes of silence. Hopefully there's an EVP hidden somewhere in here. And we're just going to have to figure out what recorder to analyze. Well, this is only section 1 of 3. Also remember, guys, again, next Friday, there won't be a show. Just figure next weekend there won't be a show. 2 nights in a row having to do midnight runs. Sunday afternoon maybe. David, you're not wrong. We had probably the best EVP we ever caught in the execution viewing room. You want to talk gem? This is bigger than the Hope Diamond of EVPs. My mouth was wide open for about 5 minutes. I could not believe, we had that much of a gem. So you're right. When you might get a gem and you might get an earth shattering EVP, just something that you never know. I'm actually anticipating it when we get to Neil Pitney's cell. Since you're first time back in a while, Neil Pitney basically pulled a Norman Bates with his mother on a very horrific scale. Deds joined the investigation, took a happy birthday mom card into his cell, which we will see on the video once we get to it, and spent the entire time making mom jokes. I'm anticipating some very interesting EVPs once we get to there, and I'm not talking gems. I'm talking probably a lot of dirty comments from the spirit of Neil Pitney, as well as a couple of other areas that we did some kind of shady things in. And once we get to it, you'll understand. Let's just say one of the inmates was hung. Last year when we investigated it, we asked whether he was suicide or he was pushed or helped. And we got pushed as an EVP. I made up a noose and put it in the cell block and hung it from the railing where he was hung from to try to provoke some activity. And I've GoPro'd the whole thing. I had the GoPro running solid for three nights of investigations. So some of this should prove, beyond interesting. This should be what you guys are going to expect from my streams from now on with my evidence. I'm going to be doing some maybe not so questionable things, but you'll understand why. And yeah, we're going to have fun. And I hope you like the pictures all around the stream here. The 5 behind me, you figure let's start here with Jesse Bishop was the first to die in the gas chamber when they brought the death penalty back to Nevada. Got Mr. G. John, whichever. First to die by lethal gas in Nevada. Mr. John Hancock, first to be hung. Mr. Edward Carroll Cole, first one to die by lethal injection in Nevada. And I think it's Andrew Markovich, the only one to die by firing squad in Nevada. And the rest, you see these pictures, are pictures of executed in Nevada. I thought it added a certain creep factor to this stream. The fact we're investigating some of the places where these people were. I think it even creeps me out knowing these 5 behind me are looking over my shoulder. And it gives you guys a chance to see the spirits we're trying to communicate with and try to hopefully put voices to the faces. So far we've done 1. If you want to count 2, we did get 1 last year of Edward Cole. If these were target individuals, the only one that was a target individual is the bottom left of Pitney. This gentleman right here was the only target. And he died of a heroin overdose in his cell. He was the one who pulled the Norman Bates on his mommy. So, yeah, he was a target. Bottom, third in from the left, David Blackwell, got the EVP from him. Where's he at? Did I forget to put him back in? I think I did. Holy crap, I did. I forgot to put one back in. I'm going to have to fix that. I forgot to put Floyd Burton Loveless up. The youngest to ever be executed in Nevada, 17 years old, convicted of murder at 15. And that would be Mr. Floyd Loveless right there. So we're also trying to contact him in the execution chamber. Or the execution viewing area, should I say. It makes it very interesting, you know, knowing some of these stories, knowing some of the names, and sitting down trying to make contact with them. And you'll see once we get to the GoPro video, Susan, Nevada State Prison, would take, she put pictures of all the executed that she could track down, put their pictures up in the execution viewing room so people could see who met their fate, you know, on prison grounds. And we were taking random pictures out, setting them next to the eddy meter with the execution chamber in the background, and just sitting there asking questions. We would literally call their name and see if they'd respond. Now, we did get something on video that we're not releasing until the very end of all the evidence. It shook me. After I said what I said and we got the evidence, I looked over at Deads and it was like, did we really just get this? Sims, you'll understand why I'm teasing with it. Because we can't go through all the video evidence like we did before. Because we blew through all the video evidence and had nothing but audio left. Now, if you watch the video, you're definitely going to go next year. I'll just tell you that. If you saw what happened in the execution viewing room, you would book your hotel right now. Car horn. It wasn't scary, but it was... All I'm going to tell you is remember what we got in last night's cells last year when I got sick? You remember that video? Intensify that video. But I might be able to do one of the daytime videos. I can do the graveyard, that's only a couple minutes long. Sarah, you're going to enjoy it. It's something I can't explain until you experience it. And David, just so you are aware, I am opening up the investigation to all of my viewers. If it's something you're interested in, just keep checking back. I haven't announced the dates yet, but if you want to investigate the prison, I am going to do it for my viewers and other people that want to join. It's for investigation. It's not going to be, sightseeing. But if you're interested in investigating, you can even ask Deads. Week of it and go up to Washoe. Washoe, I can't get into now. The guy who my connection in there quit the other day. So now I've got the number of the person to call, but if you're going to do any filming or photography, you got to pay an additional fee. It's going to be another 3 nights at Nevada State Prison, I'll tell you that much. It's $125 a night per person, so you got to worry about your food, your travel, your hotel, your rent-a-car, just all that. And where the hotel is at is literally walking distance to the prison. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about 6 blocks. David, fair enough. If it changes, please let me know. If you are able to, just don't hesitate to say something. I'd like to get as many of my viewers there as I can, but I understand if you can't. It's not everybody would be able to do it. Oh, yeah, you're quite a ways away. I really wish Chris would drop in tonight, so we could help maybe debunk some of this stuff. It'd make it so much easier for us to have one of the docents here for each show. Be like, oh, I can explain this. Well, then we don't have to stress out about it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the time frame for this recording, this is when they should be coming back from dinner. So a lot of these residual door sounds, could this be them returning from dinner? Back from the 70s and 80s up until 2012. So, you know, a lot of years there that these cell blocks were operating. This might be a residual from them returning from dinner. Just that imprint energy on the environment. That's the only way I can explain this one. It's not as prevalent as the first recorder, but it is prevalent. It stands out. I don't know. It's going to be one of those nights. It's all good, though. Got a good chat going, so it kind of makes up for it. Okay, let's, while we're waiting for audio, let's go back through the pictures again. I did not take that many. It's hard to snap pictures while you're running a GoPro. But this is the prison cemetery, still active. We were actually asked to leave the area. It is still used by the active prison next door, where they buried a lot of prisoners back when during the epidemic. So in the back, you see, far back, you see Chris, one of the docents, and facing the camera, another one of the docents, Chris. So again, the headstones. You see how far back they go back. That's like 1806 or 1865. You got to really zoom in on it to see it. The weather has really done a number on these headstones. 1880. Unmarked could be the marker of Guy John. There's two marker stones there. They don't know which one is his. And this is the other one. I honestly think this one is I honestly think this one is it. It's a little rougher, it looks a little bit older than this one. So one of the two is Guy John. It's sad, some of these headstones are just starting to just fade to the elements. Oh, and that's the other one. There was three. I take that back. And you can see there's a piece of headstone here with the remnants of a cross. So that was, at one point, was an identified headstone. I don't even think they'd have it in the prison archives, or they might. They very well might. This is the Warm Springs Hotel. This is a hotel that was originally on the grounds before the prison was built. I forget where it was. Somewhere in here is the Eagle. That's radio transmission. That's nothing. So you can see, originally a hotel. Very cool. And this is the Eagle that used to sit on top of the hotel. Back pre-1862. And this is the original paint that was on the Eagle. What we got? The archway is when they used to bring prisoners in by a covered wagon. Kind of creepy. Culinary, one of the most active areas in the prison. The building back, you see the tall warehouse straight ahead. The one before that on the left is the bookbinding building. The bookbinding warehouse, we had a recorder sit in there on night 3. I don't know if we'll get anything from that, but we'll see. The long walk up the hill. Unit 9, control room. Neil Pitney, lo and behold, there's his cell. And you can see recorder on the table. Gen Pop cells. Down the cell block. Yours truly. Don't even know why I did that. I already look tired and it's still daylight. Just dust. Don't worry, they're not orbs. This is one where I got to be careful because there's certain pictures in here I can't really show. Where were they at? Okay. I think I skipped them. Or did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Let's give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get past these so I don't get in trouble. Let me get past them. Okay. There was some pornographic drawings in the jail cells, so I can't exactly show them to you guys. I did the other night, and I had to basically put a verbal disclaimer out there saying these are drawings from a prison. I have no control over it. So Native American ceremonial area. Oh, I already did, David. They removed one of my videos because I mentioned that thing we just came out of. And I had food poisoning and they didn't like that. An old school urinal sitting outside the prison. Barber chair. License plate factory. Lo and behold, the execution chamber. And there's one of Dead's recorders on the table. This is the only area of the prison we were not able to go into. It was the physical execution chamber itself. Is that a That's a shadow, guys. Look just left of the door. There's a shift in the shadow. That just might be reflection, but that's weird. Very faint, but it's there. I think that's just reflection. Yeah, just imagine. That's the last room you ever walk into as a mortal. That's just creepy. Last night's cells. The door to the frickin' chamber. I think it was night one. Deads actually had a GoPro facing this door, so maybe we'll get a apparition walking towards it. It's just a static camera for like 4 hours, nothing but looking at the door. And there's the faces of virtually everybody that was executed there at the prison, all the way around to the last. And that's the hotel room. So nothing special. I got to take more pictures next year. Problem is, taking pictures is a pain in the ass, and I don't like it. And these spikes coming up, probably a vehicle on the highway. You learn to read these energy signatures, and it's like, okay, this is either a plane, this is a car, this is a semi, this is one of those crotch rockets, this is one of those Hondas with a great big old fart can on it. You know, many other things. This isn't only a paranormal stream, it's name that car, name that semi, name that truck, name that plane. But it's not as bad as last year, thank God. Last year was horrible. Kind of just want. I want to move up to Carson and take care of the prison. And there's several reasons why. One, I'm tired of Vegas. Two, I could live stream investigations every day from the prison if I wanted to. I could set up a cam, just go in and clean up an area and investigate while I'm cleaning. And two, it afforded me to help take care of the prison. Help preserve the history of that building. There's a couple areas in there that we ran into needed some serious attention. One being the floor up in the infirmary. It started to separate and split a little bit, and you'd walk over the concrete floor and it just kind of compress a little bit. Now they're saying there's nothing but solid ground under it, because it's over an area it's not going to affect it. But still, you want to help with the upkeep, get as many people in to investigate as you can. And I hate saying this because it sounds like I'm being an egomaniac, but I'm not. I have a very strong name in this field. I've been called on by some of the biggest names. I can use that to my advantage to help people come to the prison to investigate, get the donations to help make sure the prison is maintained. That's not saying a lot, but use it to my advantage to help something else that I believe in. I'll go ahead and say it like this too. Who in their right mind, or who else do you know that would put up mugshots of the executed on a stream? That's kind of sick and twisted if you think about it. It's like, you did what? I even said that to Susan. I was like, I'm going to put all these pictures. She goes, huh? It's like, people get to see who we're trying to talk to. Then people understand. But we're doing all right. It adds to it. Great idea. Thank you, David. And I was so, I don't want to say I was worried, but I was skeptical. People are going to be like, why? And I think I'm going to do this for the majority of the investigations that I do. If I could find the history, find pictures of the people we're trying to communicate, I can put that up like I'm doing here. But I think the pictures behind me, they're going to have a permanent home on the stream. They're going to have a permanent home. The border, not so much. And speak of the devil, there's Deads. The other part of the team that joined me on the investigation. So far we've got Sims, Sarah, and Deads for next year. Possibly Vexus. And we'll see who else. Yeah, Deads, you're not alone. Susan sent me last night, and I'm going, yeah, now I get it. I don't even feel bad for what we did in the cell either. Yeah, and Dead's put it exactly like I've been trying to say. You put a face to the name, and hopefully we can put voices to the faces. Now, I've got an idea for next year if we're still allowed to go up top. If we're still allowed to go up there, if the prison hasn't taken it back over, I've got another way to provoke in his cell. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. And I think I'm really rolling the dice on this one. Now, if you guys know how my sick and twisted mind works, I've told you how he's died, how he died in that cell. You can imagine what I'm thinking about taking into his cell. Talk about being sick and twisted. You're like, hey, you need a bump? What in the hell was that? Let me pause this for a second. Now, I know I can't take anything illegal into the prison. Being a closed prison, an active prison next door, find something that resembles it and take it into his cell and be like, hey, you want some more? Look what I got for you. And have somebody out in the hall recording just in case somebody gets attacked. Be like, ooh, hello. Might be a dirty thing to do, but yeah, Virginia City was fun. But the fact that what's his face? What? Okay. No, he quit. Oh, my guy, the guy I was supposed to quit. The other guy never called me back, so I'll try again here in a couple weeks.
All right, gentlemen. Are you here with us this evening? You gonna come forward? You gonna try to scare us out of here?
There's something faint there. There's something really faint there. Let's go there. I want to try to. This is more faint than the first one we worked on. I don't think it's anything, but I want to be sure. Okay, let's amplify this 5. Let's get back here. All right, let's try it. Okay, it's too low. We're not going to get it.
What brought you to Nevada State Prison? And for the recorder, we are in 9 C block.
Well, I don't think I need to do too much more to this one. What do you guys think? EVP? Yay? Nay? Eh? It almost sounds like Turn It Off. It really sounds like Turn It Off. I could be wrong. It's still too garbled. Yeah. We're gonna have to...
I feel like challenging you to do it again. You want to attack me at nighttime. It's still daylight. Come out of that cell and come at me. We got more activity out of the mouse last time than we're getting out of you right now. Are you more of a man or are you more of a mouse? Just remember, I do have a device in that window in cell 9 that will hear your voice. If you don't want to make yourself known visually, you can always scream into it. Alright, we're going to try another block here. You guys are wanting to play. You go over here and breathe. Don't play around bitches like you.
Yeah, just into another cell block. Or another area of the pod, sorry. Guys, we've gotten a whole 1 EVP tonight. That's me. Never mind. And leaving the area. The brick back in front of the door. Like a good investigator. Most of these doors, locks aren't 100%. So, yeah, have to keep center blocks in front of them from the wind blowing them open or anything getting in. So, one of them things. It looks like I fixed my encoder issue. Past few shows, I get that encoder overload. After the show last night, I went and completely redid the format on the entire stream. Changed the output, changed the resolution, changed everything. So it's like, that's why the pictures are bigger, and my camera actually looks somewhat normal now. For some reason, it reverted to something that made me look all stretched out and bloated. Alrighty, guys. Don't know why that keeps popping up like that. Anyways, we've come down to the end tonight. We made it up to the 2-hour mark, right where I wanted to be. We didn't do too good tonight for EVPs, but had a lot of great goings on in the chat. So I truly thank you guys for being here tonight, spending 2 hours of your life analyzing the paranormal. I'm going to go through some of the video, see if I can pluck up a couple and do maybe a surprise show tomorrow and get you guys some of the video so you guys can get an idea. Maybe just the graveyard and a couple of things that really aren't going to show much evidence. So you guys get a little bit of an idea. Beyond that, yeah, we did good tonight, and I thank you guys for it. Guys, have a great night. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, I'll definitely do a Sunday show. See you guys later. Have a great night. God bless. Y'all take care.